On today's show, the final verdict in the TJ Lane case has been reached. Reporter Jamie Seymour has the story.
And what do camps and rhinos have in common? Reporter Justin Fuller will tell you.
And Stephen March sits down with Executive Director Antioco Carrillo from the Aid for AIDS of Nevada. All this and more coming up on Studio G.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Studio G. I am Alexis Maris.
And I'm Carl Winder.
A North Las Vegas mother has been arrested and charged with 31 counts of child abuse. 36-year-old Lakita Moore is behind bars today after apartment personnel found her 4-year-old daughter tied to a bed in an apartment on West Cheyenne Avenue. Police believe that Moore had been leaving her child tied to the bed by her ankles for several hours since February 5th. It is also believed that the child was left with little or no food and did not have access to the bathroom. The child suffered from injuries to her head, neck, torso, and legs. However, police believe that the injuries sustained are not life-threatening. The child was taken to UMC where she was treated and released into the custody of Child Protective Services.
Union workers blocked the Las Vegas Strip during a protest on Wednesday. Workers from the Culinary 225 and Bartenders 165 union staged a protest outside the Las Vegas Cosmopolitan in efforts to speed up their contract negotiations. According to Metro Police, 104 citations were given out to protesters for obstructing a roadway. However, no arrests were made. Union members are protesting for fair wages and benefits. No union contract has been formed since the Cosmopolitan opened in 2010. If you're a fitness fanatic looking for a challenge or just a good workout, then Camp Rhino is a place worth looking into. Its facility is filled with an obstacle course, boot camp training and area, and cutting-edge exercise equipment. Reporter Justin Fuller recently got a chance to check out the obstacle course portion of Camp Rhino.
It's the first and only training facility of its kind in the entire world. There's no other gym that you can go to.
Located near Sunset and Eastern, Camp Rhino is one of the many hidden gyms Las Vegas has to offer. This ultimate training facility gives members and first-timers the opportunity to
play on obstacles and do CrossFit and do boot camp and get your yoga stretch on all at once.
Their unique obstacle is just a highlight of what Camp Rhino has to offer.
We have everything from your standard walls to your cargo climbs. Then we have little crazy things like the gauntlet where you can't touch the ground and you're going through swinging tires that shoot out from under you. We have the spider web that you're crawling through a bunch of ropes and you're trying to weave your way in between punching bags. You have your standard rings. We have the Spartan Traverse. You name it, we have it here.
Camp Rhino also holds races and other special events that attracts people from other states.
We just were gonna come down to Vegas for a few days, and we like to do like fun runs, like
the Tough Mudder. We did the Tough Mudder
obstacle
before.
courses, mudders,
Zombie
stuff like that.
runs.
So we looked up stuff going on in the area, and this is what popped up for the St. Patty's Day obstacle course.
It was a great time.
Yeah, it was
great
a
experience.
Camp Rhino also challenges people who train for races such as Tough Mudder or the Spartan race, or just simply stay in shape.
People want to work out, but they want to do it in a fun way. It's no fun to have a goal where you just want to lose weight and you want to get in shape and you're going to go to the gym and you're just going to mindly go on a hamster wheel and get it done. They want to come somewhere and have fun, and weight loss is just a glorious side effect.
It literally looks different from week to week. They are constantly moving things around, building new obstacles.
Some members also get more out of Camp Rhino than just a good workout.
The thing that I do really enjoy about this facility is that we are very family-like. We very much so cheer everybody else on. We grab dinner on the weekends. We talk. We Facebook. We're friends. We're very much so a community.
It's a family here, and by the end of any workout, no matter how, good you may be, beginner or advanced, everyone is totally bonded.
Camp Rhino encourages people to try their facility and get active. For Studio G, this is Justin Fuller.
For more information on Camp Rhino its obstacle course, visit camprhino.com.
In Colorado yesterday, 3 gun laws were signed into effect by John Hickenlooper a day after the head of the state's corrections department was shot and killed. Police found 58-year-old Tom Clements, the executive director of the Colorado Department of Corrections, dead at his home about 50 miles south of Denver. Tuesday night, a relative told authorities he was shot as he opened the door.
Tom Clements dedicated his life to being a public servant, to making our state better, to making the world a better place, and he is going to be deeply, deeply missed.
Governor Hickenlooper ordered flags in state to be lowered to half-staff until after Clements' funeral. He chose to go ahead with the signing of the legislation because it's what Clements would have expected. The measures were pushed after 12 Batman moviegoers were shot to death in Aurora, Colorado last summer.
We go forward with our work. That's the kind of thing that Tom would have understood, I think, and would have supported. So we expect to sign the bills and answer questions and try to continue to move this state forward.
The gun bill signed into law, which will go into effect July 1st, include bans on high-capacity magazines, background checks on the gun sales, and the fee to cover the cost of the check.
The verdict in a murder case from a 2012 high school shooting has finally been reached.
TJ Lane, the 18-year-old who opened fire in Chardon High School last year, killing 3 classmates, was found guilty in court. He received 3 life sentences with no chance of parole, but his behavior in the courtroom caused more discussion than his sentence. Lane walked into the Ohio courtroom wearing a dress shirt, but quickly unbuttoned it to reveal a white t-shirt with "Killer" handwritten across the front. According to witnesses in the courtroom, Lane showed no remorse for his actions.
I think that he's a disgusting human being. For him, for parents to go and voice their opinions on how he just killed 3 innocent people for no reason, he just did it because he was bored or whatever his reason was. He's clearly not insane. He clearly planned every step of it out.
On top of the shirt and lack of remorse, perhaps Lane's most shocking action in the courtroom was when he directly addressed the parents of the victims.
And pulled the trigger that killed your sons, now memory. All of you.
After previously pleading not guilty by reason of insanity, Lane recently changed his plea to guilty, accepting full responsibility for his actions.
I don't think that he should sit in jail. I think he should be executed. I believe in the death penalty, and clearly he has no remorse for what he's done, so sitting in jail isn't going to help him become a better person for society.
Because Lane was a juvenile at the time of the shooting, he is not eligible for the death penalty, resulting in the multiple life sentences in prison. For Studio G, I'm Jamie Seymour.
Our thoughts and prayers go out to the families of the victims.
When we returned from the break, reporter Taylor Albers spoke with some college hopefuls seeking employment in the tough economy.
And Justin Fuller will give us the latest in March Madness, and Trinity Chavez will see if students are planning to commute to San Jose to support our Runnin' Rebels.
It's convenience. It saves me a lot of money because I'm on a meal plan basically, and it saves me time because I don't have to walk across the street. It saves me gas because I don't have to drive anywhere to eat, and especially being a lazy college student, I can just walk right over here when I'm hungry and not have to wait that much longer to get food.
Hi, my name is Ricardo and I work for the Animal Foundation. On a daily basis, we take in around 190 abandoned or unwanted animals. You can make a difference and be part of the solution by adopting an animal or logging on to animalfoundation.com and seeing what we have available.
Welcome back to this Mad edition of Studio G Sports. I'm Justin Fuller, and I wouldn't be surprised if no one was watching this segment because March Madness is officially in full effect. Even I shouldn't be here, but my job comes first. Let's start off with scores from earlier. The Michigan State Spartans beat Valpo 65-54, and Butler gets the win against Bucknell 68-56. No upset so far. The games between Pittsburgh and Wichita State, along with St. Louis and New Mexico State, are still happening. St. Mary and Memphis are also in action right now. UNLV also plays today as they will take on the Cal Golden State Bears. Game starts at 4:27 Pacific time. There is so much madness in the air that some men are taking drastic measures to watch the games. A urology team in Austin, Texas is handing out vouchers for men to get a vasectomy. The voucher is good for 2 to 3 days of doctor's orders to do nothing but sit on the couch to recover, ironically while the tournament is going on. To the NBA, the streak is still alive. LeBron James returned to his hometown to play his former team, the Cleveland Cavaliers. The game started off bad for the Heat as they were down by as much as 27 points, but the King and his Knights fought their way back to pull out the win, 98-95, extending their winning streak to 24. James finished the game with a nifty triple-double, 25 points, 12 rebounds, and 12 assists. Other scores, the Bobcats beat the Raptors 107-101, Houston defeated the Jazz 100-93, Orlando falls to the Knicks 106-94, Milwaukee loses to Atlanta 98-90, New Orleans winning a close one at home against the Celtics 87-86, the Nets stunning the Mavericks 113-96, the Spurs over the Warriors 104-93, the Grizzlies outlasting the Thunder off of Marc Gasol's late bucket 90-89, the Wizards putting a losing spell on the Suns, and the Clippers lobbing their way over the Sixers. With all this talk about basketball, you forget there's other news from other sports. In the NFL, Ed Reed is expected to join the Texans after they offer him a 3-year deal in the salary range of $4 million annually. This latest departure leaves Baltimore in a pickle as they continue rebuilding just months after winning the Super Bowl. Speaking of departures, the Chicago Bears part ways with longtime linebacker Brian Urlacher. This comes after the star was looking for a 2-year deal worth $11.5 million with hopes of negotiation, but the team only offered him a 1-year contract worth $2 million. The 13-year veteran played his entire year with the Bears. Well, that does it for sports. I don't know about you, but I'm about to go watch some games after this show, of course. Until next time, viewers. Now I'm going to toss it over to Carl for more sports talks, but with a little twist.
Thank you, Justin. The NCAA tournament is a boon for many colleges. I go in depth to see how much a victory would mean for UNLV outside of victories and defeats. UNLV is heading to the NCAA basketball tournament to play Cal Berkeley, but for the university as a whole, the impact goes beyond wins and losses.
We've got 5 teams in the Mountain West Conference that are in the tournament, and so that's 5 credits, and they're for 1 year worth $250,000 a credit.
Now, UNLV has benefited greatly from the NCAA tournament, but it's not always the direct finances that makes the basketball program great, it's sometimes the indirect finances. Take, for instance, this building right here.
The Mendenhall Center over here, a brand new building. It's about a year old now. It was all paid for by donors, so $12 million.
The Runnin' Rebels have lost in the first round for 3 straight years, but one victory in the tournament would not only benefit finances, would also boost morale.
I think that it would show that the Runnin' Rebels do know how to win on a big stage. I think it will make more people interested more than they already are.
College football pays the bills at many universities, but UNLV is one of those institutions where it's a basketball town.
There's more people coming to the basketball game generally on average than the football game. That's not a good metric to have, but it clearly shows me that basketball is what's gotten people's attention here. That's what we're known for.
Bomati also said there may not be a correlation between enrollment numbers and the basketball team's success, but every time UNLV has made the NCAA tournament, the amount of student applications has went up since 2007, when the Runnin' Rebels made the Sweet 16.
Both students and employers had their game faces yesterday at UNLV's Career Day at the Thomas and Mack.
Like good employees, students began filing into UNLV's Career Day at 10 o'clock on the dot. Over 150 Las Vegas employers, from Toys R Us to Southern Wine and Spirits, displayed their job opportunities for undergraduates and graduates of every major. Some employers, like Caesars Entertainment, have multiple properties in Las Vegas and are looking for new employees every day.
We're definitely hiring. We're always having lots of positions. Probably at the moment we're having 300 positions.
Which is good news for students like Marvin Panetta, who are coming for their round 2 of Career Day.
Last time I'm a sophomore, right? So a lot of people are looking for juniors and seniors. So I guess you could say I've had pretty bad luck at these things.
However, Career Services had more employees come to this career day than any time in the past 4 years. And even with no experience, more employers means more opportunities.
They're in school, so I don't expect them to have a whole big resume of work history.
Instead, she says, Walmart and other businesses are looking for initiative qualities and leadership skills.
Well, I would like to see what they write on their resume. What have they done in school? Have they been part of any extracurricular activities? Have they chaired a committee? Have they planned an event?
Although she was currently employed, soon-to-be Rebel Amanda Thaw came to UNLV's Career Day to scout jobs that would allow her to gain more experience and budget.
I actually want something that I can move up in, something that gives me a little bit more money, just to help me get by with school and stuff like that.
Kaylin Rubel, on the other hand, graduated from UNLV last spring and still hasn't found a consistent job and is unemployed.
I want to get into marketing or sales, I believe. Advertising maybe. It's a tough thing. I'm 23 years old and I still have no idea what I want to do.
Luckily, he came here well prepared with a positive attitude.
Make sure that they know that I'm a go-getter, I'm a fun person, a team-oriented guy. I know it's very cliche, but I am all those things. So.
Did you bring your resume with you as well?
I did. I brought over 50 copies.
And according to Connie Torr, there's only one sure way to not find a job at UNLV's Career Day.
Come here in sloppy clothes and not dress professionally.
For Studio G at UNLV, I'm Taylor Albers.
Students can get help preparing for a lasting impression with their interviews from Career Services on campus.
Have the words grad school ever crossed your mind? Reporter Lauren Stevens has more.
With spring break just around the corner and May's graduation in sight, many students face that looming question: what to do after graduation?
When I came to Las Vegas, I noticed that there wasn't a grad school fair, and we've been out on campus for the last 2 years talking to students, and they really needed more information about the grad school process. So talking with some of our advisors and the graduate college and some of our clubs on campus, we decided that it was a good opportunity for us to host an event like this.
UNLV students, faculty, and representatives gathered to discuss the many options available post-graduation.
A lot of folks want to know what they have to do to get into grad school. First off, don't get too freaked out by the GRE exam. This is the one thing that most people come to me concerned about. The GRE is sort of a big deal, but it's just something you have to do, okay? And don't let it intimidate you.
Grad school may seem overwhelming, but fairs like these inform students to ease the stresses and fears they may have.
Makes it less scary when Dr. Borcher broke down the different things on our flyer. He made it seem less intense than what I thought it was going to be. I mean, I know it's going to be hard because it's like getting my master's, but it's not going to be as hard and scary, so I wouldn't want to go.
I think that any prospective graduate just has to look at what they love to do and what really inspires them.
So be nice to your profs at this point so they can write you nice letters and help get you into grad school if you are interested in joining us.
I think that for the grad school process can be intimidating, but if you take the necessary steps to get the correct information, then it really soothes those fears. And know that everyone's in the same boat. They all have to take these tests and they all have to go through that same process, but it can be done. Students do it every day. You just have to take it step by step and really build your confidence with studying for your exams correctly and making sure you are reaching out to the programs ahead of time.
If you're interested in more career opportunities, visit Career Services website at hire.unlv.edu for job listings, internship opportunities, and more. For Studio G, I'm Lauren Stevens.
The best of luck to all students after graduation and beyond. And now we go to Taylor Albers standing by with the weather.
Thank you, Carl. Well, right now we're at a comfortable 75 degrees, and even though we won't have all those hectic winds as we did yesterday, they will be dying down throughout the day today. If you want to look at our almanac, we're only 3 degrees above our average at 75 from 72, and only about 20 degrees lower average from 92. Going over to our satellite from Nevada, you see that all the clouds, the light clouds that we had yesterday and probably throughout today, are dodging us from the south and up north. Coming over to our current weather, we have Lake Tahoe and Mammoth at 46 and 57, which make for some very warm spring skiing, and also across the border at St. George 68 and Kingman 71. Now over to our national satellite, we have you can see that Nevada is dodging the bullet of clouds from the south and overhead in the north. And it looks like that Canada is giving the gift of snow to our northeast, and if you look at our current national weather, looks like Detroit is 32, so just about snowing. New York is 35. Phoenix and Miami are just about the same, so Phoenix or Miami can only be just a little bit jealous, as Phoenix is 79 and Miami 78. Over by the beach right near us, we have 66 at Los Angeles. For our 7-day forecast, we have 71, and they're only a little bit cooler than from last week to this week. However, it is sunny, so if you're staying in town for spring break, then your weather should be nice. Now we'll go back to commercials. Thank you.
I'd like to thank the members of the UNLV community that have started something.
I became a big sister to make an impact in a child's life.
I became a big brother to get involved in my community.
4 hours a month, you can make a big difference in the life of a child.
I became a big sister because I wanted to start something.
Contact Big Brothers Big Sisters of Southern Nevada and start something today.
Welcome to the art department at UNLV, where students can express their creative side. You can also check out the current exhibits at the Grant Hall Gallery, Jesse Metcalf Gallery, and Donna Beam Gallery of Fine Art, featuring recent artwork displays by students, staff, and local artists. Whether your forte is taking photos, painting a picture, or carving a sculpture, make sure to check out the UNLV Art Department located in the Alta Ham Fine Arts Building.
All right, well, hello and welcome back from the break. I'm Stephen Marsh, and joining us in studio today is Antioco Carrito, who is the Executive Director of Aid for AIDS of Nevada, also known as AFAN. How are you doing today?
Fine, thank you. Thank you for having us here.
Glad you're here. Let's talk a little bit about what AFAN is and what your role is specifically with the organization.
AFAN is the oldest and largest aid service organization in the state of Nevada. It was founded in 1984, and we provide services for individuals infected and affected by HIV/AIDS. We deal with families, we deal with adults, teenagers, people that are infected and affected. And so we provide a variety of services. We have case management, we have social workers that visit clients in their homes, help them navigate the system. We help people pay for their COBRA, their insurance company. We provide food vouchers, transportation, all kinds of services. And we have been, again, like I said, the oldest and the largest in the state. And we have great partnerships in the community.
And one of those partnerships is with Penn & Teller. You got a big walk that you guys are coming up here soon. I want you to tell folks a little bit about that and where people
Absolutely.
can
We have one of the main events that we have throughout the year. It's a AIDS walk, and it's obviously to create an awareness as to what it's like to have people living with HIV/AIDS, and part of it is also to make sure that everybody understands that AIDS is not a curable disease right now. With that, we have several partnerships in the community. Our grant marshals, this is the 12th consecutive year that Penn & Teller have been our grant marshals. They have been phenomenal. They have a challenge, so they match every donation that people bring to the walk, and if they are part of the challenge, they're able to match all the donations. In addition, we have a great partnership with the university because this is the second year we're going to have the walk here in the Pita Plaza. And after the walk, we're going to have the 6th annual HRC community picnic. And so people come here, they go through the walk. After the walk, we're going to have 12 vendors, 12 food trucks that are going to be able to provide the most fantastic ambience, and we're going to have entertainment. And so people are going to have the opportunity to stay here after the walk. And this is a great place for people to get to know also the university. Because last year when we had it here, we had a record number of people that came. We had up to 9,000 people. And so this is a great partnership that we have with the university. Also with Walgreens. Walgreens, it's coming on board as a partner. And, there are 80 stores, local 80 stores are participating in donating, funds. Every time you go to the, counter and you pay for whatever you buy there, they offer you to donate funds for us. So we're always looking for donations for funds.
And if people want to participate in the walk, where could they go and how can they get involved?
They can obviously, go to our website, afanlv.org, and they can find specifically how all the steps. It's very easy, all the steps to register, to create your teams, and to start donating and send people to the website to, sign up under their team. We have another partnership. One of the things that we're doing this time is that we have nonprofit partnerships. So all the other people or nonprofit organizations that work with HIV, we give them a chance to create their teams to come and raise funds, and 50% of what they raise goes back to their organization. So we are venturing in a new place.
Okay, and besides the AIDS Walk you have coming up, is there any other events that you want to share with the folks?
We have plenty of events throughout the year. We have the annual Black and White Party that happens to be at the end of the summer, and in which we raise a lot of funds as well. We invite the community. That's the party of the century. We have, the World AIDS Day celebration. We have the Evening of Cabaret. We have the program that allows kids to get involved through the piggies that we have, and the kids in all the community, they adopt a pig, they fill it up with cash, and they come to the agency and they donate their funds.
All right, well, we're out of time, Antioco, but thanks so much for coming in, and hopefully you get a lot of people out to that walk. All right?
Thank you, guys.
When is the date for the walk?
It's April 14th, 8 o'clock in the morning here at UNLV campus.
Well, hopefully a lot of people will show up for that, and thanks again for coming.
Thank you.
And let's go ahead now, send it back over to the desk.
Well, our men's basketball team is in San Jose today for the NCAA tournament, but the question is, will UNLV students make the trip to California to support our fellow Rebels? Trinity Chavez has more on the story.
With the basketball game only a few hours away, students tell me if they plan on making the trip to show their Rebel pride.
I'm not going to go to the basketball game against San Jose because it's too far of a drive and it's too expensive to go.
I'm not going to go to the San Jose game.
I'm not going to be going to the UNLV game tomorrow because I just feel that it's too far.
I will not be going to the UNLV versus San Jose game tomorrow because it's not a home game and I still have school and it's a very far drive to go watch the game.
The UNLV students shared their thoughts on why they think many students aren't going to make the trip this year.
I think the UNLV games are too expensive by not having enough student tickets to give out to current students or really giving any deals for our alumni.
I feel like they definitely should have made it cheaper. If it wasn't so much money, I'm sure a lot more people would have gone.
I do think that it's expensive, a little bit too expensive for college kids to try and just go out there. I mean, we can barely afford food. Why are we going to go all the way to San Jose?
It's too long of a drive and it's expensive. Maybe if we had a bus take us there for a cheaper price or something, I would do it, but I would not drive on my own.
I believe for UNLV to have provided transportation to the San Jose game would have been a good idea to show school spirit as well as get a larger UNLV crowd to San Jose.
Although it looks like many of the students won't be able to make it to the game this time around, let's hope for the best and get a win. This is Trinity Chavez for Studio G.
You go to the game.
Well, Alexis, I'm in a struggle right now. When you're a poor college student and you have no money, no ride, and a whole lot of other things, you could just go over and watch the television.
Understandable. I have school tomorrow and today, so not really good. Well, that's all the show for today. Thank you for joining us on our Thursday edition of Studio G. I am Alexis Mers.
And I'm Carl Winder. Be sure to check out our past episodes on studiog.unlv.tv. And we'd just like to wish Heather Feyerberger a happy birthday.